Here we are with an unboxing of the JCB Toughphone Pro Smart, or the TP909. This is the first Android smartphone from JCB, and what you can expect from this device is an Android smartphone that's got the whole JCB rugged look and feel to it. It's fully protected and also has the iconic black and yellow design. So this is the official retail packaging for the TP909 or Pro Smart. Taking a look at the back here, we can see it's Android 2.3. It's got a 5 megapixel camera. It's water resistant, dust resistant, tested to IP67 rating, micro SD card slot. It's got 3G on here as well. So it's not the most high-tech of smartphones, but it's designed to appeal to those who work in or on trade sites and need something a bit more rugged. So there is the phone. We'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's take a look at the rest of the box contents. So we've got a quick start guide which explains how to release the battery cover, insert the SIM card, and then we've got keypad description, so it explains some of the buttons on the device itself. We then have a fairly comprehensive package here. Start with the 2000 milliamp hour battery. It's quite a big battery in itself, so you can be assured that this device is going to last at least a working day, and with just a 3.2 inch screen at HVGA resolution on the Pro Smart, you probably will even get 2 days out of the device. So included also are some replacement covers for the USB and headphone jack. You'll see more of those in a moment. We've got a micro USB to USB cable here for charging the device. We then also have a secondary USB to micro USB cable, so for connecting it to a computer. So you have one connected to the mains charger and one to a computer. We then have a set of in-ear headphones with a 3.5mm headphone jack, inline clip there, and an inline microphone as well. So if you want to use this phone when driving or on a site and it's in your pocket, you can just wire up this headset, clip it to your clothing, have the headphones in and take the call without any issue. Also included is this fairly comprehensive clip. So you can clip this onto your clothing or your bag or something you may carry around with you on site. We've got this little tool here which is designed to help open the back cover on the actual device itself. So you can use a screwdriver, but that does the same job. We've got other sort of leashes here, and then we've got a compass as well. So that could be useful for some, and then we've got the JCB branding. Also included are adapter heads for the US, for Europe, and for the UK. So we've got plenty of mains adapter heads there for use all over the world. And then finally we've got the mains adapter itself, so you connect the relevant head onto here, and then you have a USB port into which you connect the USB cable for charging the device itself, and this is branded again with JCB. So taking a look at the device now, here it is. We've got the touchscreen, capacitive touchscreen, 3.2 inches with an HVGA resolution. At the top we've got a couple of sensors recessed here. We've then got a front-facing video camera for video calling. We've got a speaker up here for when you're in a call. We can see we've got some little screws here which give it sort of industrial and robust design. At the bottom we've got 3 touch-sensitive navigation buttons, including a menu, search and back button. This is Android 2.3 on this device. We've got a physical green and red start and end call button, which is quite nice to see. You don't see that on many devices today, and I can imagine if you're a builder or a tradesman, you're often picking up calls from clients or colleagues, so that makes it really simple to take a call rather than having to actually use the physical touchscreen. We've then got a microphone, we've got the JCB branding here, and then more screws for the industrial design. On the bottom we've got this big piece of plastic to absorb shocks, and then as we follow this round to the side we've got more plastic. We can see the black and yellow design of JCB. We've got a torch button here. We've then got a cover over the micro USB port. Now this is replaceable and you get one replacement provided in the box. You just use a little screwdriver to replace that. Coming around to the top, we then got a headphone jack here, again under a cover, which comes with a replacement cover. So that's a 3.5mm headphone jack into which you can connect any headphones, including the ones supplied in the box. We've then got the dedicated power button. Just up here we've got a lanyard strap for attaching the provided lanyard to, so you can carry it around with you at all times when you're on site or on a job. Coming around to the other side, we've then got the volume up and down keys, and we've got a dedicated camera button to control the 5-megapixel camera that we have on the back. So here is the camera. As we mentioned, it's 5-megapixel with autofocus and LED flash. We've then got the removable back cover, which has 2 screws. You can use a standard screwdriver or a supplied tool to undo that, under which you'll be able to access the standard SIM card slot and a micro SD card slot. You do get provided in the box a 2 GB memory card there. We've then got the loudspeaker for the device as well if you're playing music or anything else like that. So we're going to put in the battery and get this device switched on. So just before I switch this on, I'm just going to show you under the battery cover that we've got the standard SIM card slot into which we can pop our SIM card like so. We have also got a micro SD card slot here as well, which opens like this. Now there is a 2 GB card supplied in the box. I did miss that when I was actually doing the original unboxing. So if we pop that in there like so and seal it, and then we've got the battery which fits in like so, and that's the 2000 milliamp hour battery, and then the back cover just pops on here and then has to be screwed into place. So just going to screw that on and we'll power the device up. So we've inserted the battery. Let's power this device on for the first time. So this is an Android 2.3 smartphone. It's got an 800 megahertz processor in here, which is more than capable of all your day-to-day tasks. We've got the 3.2-inch touchscreen, we've got Bluetooth, we've got Wi-Fi, we've got GSM, GPRS and 3G for internet connectivity. We've got the front-facing camera, we've got the rear-facing 5-megapixel camera. It's not the prettiest of phones, it's not designed to be the most pretty of phones, but it's designed to be rugged and live up to the lifestyle of a tradesman. So here we are at the home screen. We've got several customizable screens. You can see we've got a bit of JCB branding that we can change in time if we choose. So let's just take a look at the physical and capacitive buttons we've got here. We've got the menu button, which allows us to go into things such as the setting. We've got the search button, and we've also got the back button that takes us to the home screen. We've got a green call button which will take us into our telephone. We've also got the red end button here which would end a call, or in this option does actually give us some other settings as if we were pressing the power button. We can also press this sort of grilly looking button in the middle, which is our sort of home key for going back to the home screen. So let's just go into the settings and show you a little bit about this phone. So start off with the software. You can see that it's running Android version 2.3.5. Let's have a look at the language options on here. So these are the language options on the phone. So there's not the most extensive list of languages there, but you can choose from English through to Portuguese and Russian. We can also change some of the keyboard languages. So although you can change the default language for the menus, you can also change the languages that you actually have within the keyboard options in a email application or text messaging. So you've got French, Hebrew, Japanese, Korean, Portuguese, Romanian, Thai, and even Vietnamese that you can download if you choose. So good few options there. Let's go back to the home screen, and if we just go into the applications here, we can see some of the features that we've actually got. So we've got things from a calculator, we've got the camcorder and camera, which we'll come back to in a moment, we've got the gallery, got an FM radio on here. You will have to have your headphones connected, but I can imagine that's useful for a lot of users looking at this phone. We've got the JCB Toolbox. We can scroll up, we've got GPS on here, so we can do navigation. We've got news and weather application, sound recorder, YouTube. So quite a few options, and because this is Android, you can access the Google Market or Play Store, as it's now known, and you can add applications on as you please and customize it. So let's just take a look at the JCB Toolbox. So these are going to give you some added benefits over other smartphones. So you've got some options there, and then you can go in here and access some of the applications, be it a torch, a spirit level. We've got a calculator here over and above the standard one, and then we've got some conversion tools as well. So being a Google Android smartphone, you can log into your Google account on here, and it's advised you do so to back up your device and keep things synchronized with the cloud because it's got the 3G connection. Let's just take a look at the camera on here. So it's a 5 megapixel camera, which is quite reasonable. We can switch between camera mode or video mode here. We've then got the ability to go in and change some of the settings from the color effects through to the quality. So in the video here, the highest resolution we can go to is WVGA. We can change the white balance, we can change some other settings regarding the video quality, and we can also select which camera we want to use. So there we are using the front-facing camera. And then we can switch to the back, and we just press the record button here to take the video footage. Again, we've got a lot of similar settings actually here on the camera. So we can go up to the 5 megapixel resolution there, or if needs be, we can drop it down. And these are save images to the internal memory or the micro SD card, preferably the micro SD card. And you can take photos with the front-facing camera as well here. So you've got the ability to use both cameras. You can control the brightness using the volume keys. You can see the yellow bar at the top changing. They're quite firm buttons on the side here, so it might take a little bit of getting used to. So going back here, we can go through to the screens. We can press and hold to change shortcuts, widgets, folders or wallpapers if we choose. I guess one of the important things is the phone itself. So it's not the biggest of on-screen keyboards because it's a 3.2 inch display, but it's enough for most people. And then you can use the physical green and red buttons to make or end your call there. So go back to the home screen and let's take a look at the web browser. So I'm into the web browser. I've just switched on Wi-Fi, and we've put the screen into portrait mode here and going to navigate to a web page. Now the touch screen is fairly responsive. It's not as responsive as some devices, but that's kind of good. You need to give it a bit of a firm press to actually get it to register some of the keys, but I like that feature on this phone. So we've gone to the Clove mobile website, but let's go through to the full website. So we are connecting over Wi-Fi, but you can do this, of course, over 3G. We just don't have a signal where we are. So as you can see, it's actually orientating into portrait and landscape mode. So it renders the page as best as possible, and you can sort of scroll through it. You can use the on-screen buttons here, or you can double tap into the screen. So let's actually open up the ProSmart page here, and we can take a look at that. So we can actually see the text isn't particularly readable at the moment, but we can double tap in on the screen once it's fully loaded. And it's going to render it a little bit better for actually reading there. Now it's readable on screen, but you can actually zoom in by pinching and zooming if you choose as well. So a nice lot of flexibility there. Going back to the home screen here, just to show you the messaging functionality. So we've got a blank message just started up here, and we've got the on-screen keyboard. Now that may be a little bit small for some people, so what has been included is the ability to dictate. So it's actually listening to my voice now. Now it's probably not going to pick it up too well because I'm speaking quite fast and not that consistently. But what it would do is, over a normal 3G connection, is convert what you've said there into text. You then have the option here for other things such as copy and paste and scrolling through the text using arrow keys. And going back, we have further settings options, which takes you back into the main settings screen. If we go back here and go back into the message, we also have the option to flick between the languages where it says EN there. We just flick between the different language options that we've chosen. We then can switch between predictive text being on or off. Then we've got sort of the numerics and any smileys that you might want on here as well. So it's quite a comprehensive layout and series of options actually on the keyboard. So that is the JCB ProSmart, or the TP909, available from clove.co.uk.